Okay, hi everybody, welcome to the channel. As you all see, I'm back. I am really gonna be doing readings again, and eventually I will vlog and update everybody on how life has been for me and what's been going on. But this is a pick a card reading on what the new moon in Gemini has in store for you. So I believe that there is a gift from the energy for everyone. So go ahead and pick a reading 1, 2, or 3, and you can go to the timestamps that are in the description box below to get your message. If you want to listen to multiple readings, you can do that. Yeah. I will also say, just as a quick just letting you all know that I stayed up all night playing this video game Muse Dash. So yeah, if I look really tired or sleep deprived or something, that's why. All right, so for those of you who chose reading number 1, what does the new moon in Gemini have for you? What is your gift that it's giving you? We've got the 8 of Cups and we've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, well, the gift is you. I know that's really cheesy. The gift is walking away from things that you just don't feel like you fit in with anymore. Whatever energy's been going on, you might just feel like it just doesn't, it's not a match anymore. Maybe there's a lot of stuff going on, and after a while, the way of everything was just getting old. You were just getting tired of the way everything was, the cycles that kept happening. You kept feeling stuck or trapped. You tried to work on it with everyone or everything regarding a situation or with a person if this is like about a partnership, and it just, no matter what, it just didn't feel fair. It didn't feel balanced. So it didn't feel like it matched your self-worth. You decided, I'm worth more than this. So the gift you are receiving from the new moon in Gemini is the gift to walk away. So that's really cool. I feel like I'm resonating with that message because I could really use some guidance on like a situation that I've got going on. And I feel like the situation is like, yeah, I'm just going to walk away from something. That was a part of some energy that I have been walking away from, and I'm just now realizing how it's connected. I'm not just now realizing it, but anyways, point is, maybe recently you've been like facing some sort of loss or like breakup or just a ending to an old chapter now, or a recent chapter that has just now come to a close, maybe a few days ago, maybe about a week ago, something like that. Anyways, with this time at the new moon in Gemini, I feel like for some of you, you're going to resonate with this, which is that maybe lately you've been thinking, okay, that bad thing happened, but hey, at least there's this new thing. And then right around now, that new thing you're realizing is connected to the other stuff, and you're deciding to let that go as well, walking away from that as well. So I feel like that's going to resonate with someone out there. So if reading number 1 resonates, like this part of it, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate knowing that. And yeah, we're going to pull a few other cards. This is the Light Seers Tarot deck, for anyone wondering. I'm going to try and make this like a quick reading, but you all know sometimes I go for a really long time. Most of the time I go for a really long time. Also, if any of you are wondering like, how do I keep missing Sansa Mushi's live streams? I'm doing unlisted live streams, so no one's able to access this. It's just so that I can focus on the reading. I will be doing public live streams again in the future, so we can all chat, hang out, do live personal readings together, things like that. But for now, I'm just going to get started by getting back into regularly doing videos. So just think of these new live streams as me just uploading videos quicker. It just makes it so I don't have to like record a video and then wait an hour for it to upload onto YouTube. Now I can just go live, do the video, and then it's immediately uploaded. So, yeah. Okay. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's more beauty to what you're receiving from Gemini's new moon than you realize. Or from the new moon in Gemini than you realize. Sorry. I'm sure you all know what I'm saying. But the Ten of Pentacles is about like long-term success. So I feel like it's like you thought you needed to do something completely new to continue going for what you want, but you're looking back and realizing that you let a lot of things happen or enter your life that was like what you needed for the time, but that none of it was really in alignment with you by the end of it all. Like, so for those of you who've been on the channel for a while, you all know that I've been gone for like 2 years. That's because I got pulled away from things that I align with. I align with doing this channel. I love doing readings. I love vlogging to myself and to anyone who wants to listen, all of that. And I lost this part of my journey for the last 2 years. I got pulled away from it and a number of other things that I love doing. So it's like finding, I don't know, this is like reuniting with certain parts of yourself. Maybe everyone out there can relate to some extent. Some of you listening, you might relate to this, that maybe these last 2 years or so, like maybe some of you used to watch a lot of readings and then these last 2 years you haven't had the time. Or if it's not about readings, maybe some of you really like crocheting or playing music or and here's a very like obvious one. We've been experiencing the pandemic for the last 2 years, so there's a lot of things that people did with their daily lives that suddenly they weren't able to do anymore because of the pandemic. And now we're kind of reaching a point where we're all sort of finding ways to bring back those parts of ourselves that we never really wanted to lose in the first place. So I just see you reuniting with parts of yourself, and instead of going down a different route that you never really wanted to do in the first place. I feel like I'm getting the message. So we're just going to pull some final cards from this deck, and that will be the reading as for what you are receiving from the new moon. The arts, yeah. Relaxation. I feel like reading one, a strong message for you is to just focus on the beauty of things, the beauty of life. Focus on expressing yourself through creative activities. With my webcam, it's probably too blurry to read, but that's basically what this card is saying. So right now, you're being blessed with creative arts, having fun. Maybe you're hanging out with loved ones, things like that. You're getting some time to relax, or at the least you have the opportunity to. So maybe some of you are usually really busy with work and you're having some time off or something along those lines. So I'm just getting this is a time to have fun, to relax, to get in touch with your art, whether your art is music or dancing or singing, or it could be tarot reading, of course. It could be maybe you make really good Instagram photos, or whatever you feel like is your art, your craft. I'm getting like now is the time to be expressing yourself through that craft. And I'm getting, for right now, that's pretty much all you really need to do to be in alignment with your with your journey in the long run. The success that is laid out for you on your journey, it can be found from just having fun right now. So if any of you are stressing about how you're going to get to the next step, or how are you going to become successful, you already are. You already are successful. The moment you existed on this planet is a success. And the fact that you've made it this far is a success. And you will continue with that success. So believe in yourself. So that's what I have for you, reading one. I hope that resonates. Thank you so much for listening. And I will talk to you all later. For those of you who chose reading number 2, we are getting the Fool card, which totally matches the new moon energy, especially in Gemini. And then the King of Pentacles. Wow. So what is the new moon in Gemini bringing you? It's bringing definitely some sort of new, completely new opportunity when it comes to thriving right where you are. When it comes some sort of business proposition or business deal, something like that, a business offer. There might be something like that for some of you who chose reading number 2. Confidence. The new moon in Gemini is blessing you with confidence of these thoughts. You're being filled with thoughts of I can do this. I'm amazing. I know what I want. It's even if you can't possibly know the future, you just trust. You just trust it. You trust that you've got a bright future ahead of you. You trust that everything you've learned from your past, it has brought you to where you are today, and that it's going to continue guiding you. So, and it's really cool. Then I just lifted this card up from the back of this deck, and it says past life. I know it's blurry, but yeah, so that's really cool. So yeah, it's everything that's happened built you up to this moment in time to say, I trust myself. I trust my past experiences. Call it a mistake, call it lessons, whatever you call it. These past experiences have brought you to where you are today. And it's a matter of accepting yourself today, accepting where you are today. So it looks like there's a lot of prosperity for you in this day, in this exact moment. So the new moon in Gemini is bringing you a lot of that kind of success. Yeah. And then the back of the deck here is the Two of Cups, which is really interesting because now, aside from thinking about financial success or physical health success, meeting your exercise goals, if any of you are into working out or trying to grow more when it comes to health, there's also these messages of love coming in now. So I feel like reading 2, you heard all of that and you're thinking, yes, 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 yes. But what about love? Maybe love is what's on your mind. Maybe it's about feeling ready. You just feel ready for love, or you feel ready for anything. You feel ready for whatever it is that you want out of life. Maybe in the past you wanted certain things and you felt, I don't know, I'm not ready. But now you are. So if any of you have been considering trying something else, stuff outside of what you wanted, this might be a bit of a sign for you to not do that, to just keep focusing on you, who you are, what you already provide, and things that you have always or already want. So keep focusing on what you want. Yeah. And we're just going to pull a bit more advice on that just to be more clear with this, because reading 1 had a bit of a similar message. We've got the Hermit, which I'm getting is it's not going to be so right now might not be the time to make any sudden moves. It might be just the time to just sit and take some time to yourself, some healthy time to yourself, and try to see this as time to think. You will have time in the future to be interacting with others and things like that. But for right now, I'm getting just focusing on your alone time to find your own answers is what you need to do right now. The Page of Pentacles. Finding your own worth, you know? You're not going to find it outside in the world anywhere. You're not going to find it in a job. You're not going to find it, you might receive a lot of validation of your worth, but in terms of like knowing your worth, that always comes from within. No one else gets to take the credit for you knowing your worth. You always deserve the credit. You might not always feel like it. You know, like when people give you a compliment and you're so flustered, you don't know how to really receive it. Like it makes you happy, but you're also like, you don't know how to like fully believe the compliment, even though like it just makes sense, you know? That flustered feeling, it's like because you're the one knowing your worth when you receive those compliments. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah. Reading 2 is really interesting. Okay. Let's get a message for you. A really clear message on what is the gift? What is the gift? The Eight of Wands. Somehow the gift is clear communication. The gift from the new moon in Gemini is clear communication. So I think you're going to be receiving some very clear communication on what it is that you are seeking out of your journey at this time. So let's look for that. If it's so clear, okay, I'll take it. Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So if there is anything that might start demanding your time and energy, this might be your message, your clear message to just set a healthy boundary and be like, no, I should never put myself into a commitment where people demand my time or energy. You should always be free to do what you want and to go where you want whenever you want. So if there's anything that would take up your time and force you to be at a time and place, no matter what, people, it's different for everyone. There are people who feel like they really need that kind of structure and whatnot, and that's totally fine. But I feel like most of you, the fact that you're listening to a reading means you're probably pretty free-spirited and you really like your free time and you just kind of need freedom and like the freedom to pretty much do whatever you want, you know? So I'm getting like this is a time for you to know your worth and to really speak up about the way you want things. Like let's say you've been overworked. You no longer want that. Maybe this is you speaking up and saying like, "Hey, I need a break. I need less like hours right now or at least a day off." Something like that. That's like a message for those of you if you're like busy in the workforce or anything like that. The work field. I don't know. Or if you like are self-employed and you make your own projects, maybe you've been pushing yourself extra hard and this is a time to be a little more patient and be like, give yourself a break. It might not be other people pushing you to do stuff. It might not be other people demanding your time and energy. It could be you pushing yourself, demanding from yourself to somehow do more. So I'm getting like, you already are a gift. So once again, reading to the gift that the new moon in Gemini is giving you is the reminder that you are the gift. You are. And also, if you happen to be an earth or fire sign, that is a really strong message. But also in terms of like a potential love message, there could be an earth or a fire sign or just someone who's got really earthy and fiery energy to them that might be making their way towards you as we speak, you know? Let's just kind of pull some cards on that, because I feel like there's some of you out there for reading too that is very interested in love, romance, partnership. If you're not, that is totally fine. There might be a different message there that comes through this reading, but my intuition is just telling me that, like, there's that on your mind with all of this. That's something connected with what you're working through about your self-worth and where you're at physically and financially in the world. It's somehow connected to romance, to love, to partnership. So let's pull some cards about this new moon in Gemini and what it wants to tell you as some clear communication about your love life, your love journey right now. Well, the very first card is the separation card. And I was literally just saying that, like, there might be someone making their way to you, which could be like about mending this ripped up paper, right? And then on the back of this deck, by the way, is the Bright Future card, which says, stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. So maybe you're worried because you're in separation right now. It doesn't even have to be about romance or love. If some of you are not really looking for that, you're just looking for some feeling like you're not alone, just generally, anything like that. Like, this is letting you know, stop worrying. You're gonna be just fine. You're not alone. You do have that feeling, that presence, that someone is there for you, that there's someone out there in the world that's there for you. There are people who care. And you care. And sometimes we're not sure if we do or we don't, but the fact that you feel pain or lonely or sad, that is you caring about yourself. So yeah. Let's keep getting the messages for your love journey. So separation. Okay, what does Spirit want to let you know about your separation right now? Well, I immediately then pulled the Twin Flame card, which I was like hoping that maybe the Union card came right after separation to kind of go with the message that this paper is like mending. But this is kind of even stronger than what I was thinking. Like, that's a really good card. By the way, none of you have to identify with this label. At the end of the day, it's just a label. It's a description. Like sometimes when you like feel a certain way and you just, use a word to describe the way you're feeling, I think that might be a kind of healthy approach to the label Twin Flame. It's just a set of words that helps describe this almost undescribable feeling when you have met a connection that feels so much like yourself, that reminds you so much of you in such a beautifully yin and yang kind of a way, like inverted or opposite, but somehow exactly the same. That kind of like counterpart, so to speak. So yeah, there's separation. Then we've got the Twin Flame card. Let's pull two more cards. We've got received, and then we've got the answer is yes. So and then on the back of the deck, nostalgia. Some of you are wondering if this really strong connection is like, if they're receiving your energy, okay, if they think about the past or think about you too. I'm getting yes, they do. Of course, while this may be just a reading and it's not the person themselves telling you that, it's going to be left unknown to you, right? But if we're going to go with like tarot cards and things like that, the message that I am getting is that you're in a separation connection that you feel a really strong bond with, and that they feel the same way, that they are also receiving this same energy and the same feeling of longing for you. That's what I get. And as like some advice for that person and for you, let's do an advice for you and an advice for that person. So let's start with that person. And the reason I'm doing advice for the other person, even though, that means they're not the one listening to this reading, it's just to see more confirmation on what this situation is. So their advice is true love. So like to me, that's to like go on this path pretty much. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So their advice is to be receptive to this love, to your love. Let's get your advice. Okay. Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Just saying. We get the true love card, and then we get Aphrodite, inner goddess. Awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So this is like, just focus on loving yourself. You've given plenty of love to this connection of yours. You've given plenty of love to the world, to people around you. It's time you give all of that love to yourself. And you already do that too. So it's like, I don't even know. So let's like clarify your advice. I don't feel like clarifying the other person's. We will, but we'll start with yours. Clarifying yours is temperance. To heal, yeah, you always could use more self-love, because more self-love is more understanding, more healing, more patience, more trust that if you give things time, you will feel better. So yeah, keep taking the time that you need to heal. And then more clarification on advice for the other person. The Chariot, their advice is to get moving, to move forward, to go towards you. Because I don't know, I feel like love doesn't have to wait. Love is always happening, past, present, and future. So the advice to the person is like, stop waiting. Don't wait for love. Like, I feel like this person has received a lot of energy now from the universe and from their journey to learn that, yeah, I think I'm ready. Maybe they're feeling more ready for it. So this is all happening with the new moon in Gemini. As for will they move forward, as for how fast are they going to move forward, as for if moving forward even means getting to talk to you right away or down the road, unclear. But I will do more readings down the road to be there every step of the way for as many of you as possible. So I hope that was a good reading for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you all later. Take care. All right, for those of you who chose reading number 3, we get the High Priestess and the Magician. Wow. So the new moon in Gemini's gift to you is more wisdom that will help you manifest literally anything you want. It's providing you wisdom that you are manifesting right now as we speak. So that's really powerful. Let's go ahead and pull a few more cards on that. I'm getting like it's both providing you the wisdom that you need to manifest whatever you want right now. So if some of you are trying to figure out how to manifest what you want right now, you're receiving information on how to do it. Another message, though, is also that you're receiving wisdom letting you know, like the wisdom that you're receiving is that your manifestation is here. So some of you, something is manifested for you today. You might not see it completely in physical form, maybe by the full moon, but you feel it already. So whatever it is, it's happened. This is what I get. The Queen of Pentacles. You can feel good knowing that your manifestation is well on its way now. You did the work. You did whatever you needed to do. And you're proud of yourself. You don't need any particular outcome from recent events. All you need is yourself. Aw, the Knight of Cups. And an offer, a genuine offer of true love and compassion, perhaps romance, is on its way to you without you having to do anything. So you've done everything you need to do in terms of this manifestation. For many of you, this is manifestation for finances. And for many of you, this is very much so manifestation of love. Maybe a partner that respects you, treats you the way you deserve to be treated, and everything. We've got the Hierophant. Wow. So happiness, the Queen of Cups, the Strength card. Yeah. You just feel like good about yourself, that you made the right choice, or that life is playing out in your favor because it's your journey. So let's get a few more cards. Ooh, Astara Fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Since it's the fertility card, I'm just kind of like getting with the Queen of Pentacles here, the whole vibe that like you've planted a seed and now it's just about nurturing it, nurturing this idea of whatever you were guided to on your path. It's okay if you've known all along. Maybe you needed to go explore and things like that to take your mind off of things, because when you knew your path and you were just there waiting for so long, you felt like, what if you're waiting for nothing? And so you went off to go explore your freedom to enjoy life. And you've realized you can always do that. And you can do it while knowing that your path has been right for you all along. So I'm just kind of like getting, you've gone full circle with things. You know what you want, and you're still going to like allow for new opportunities to happen in life, but you have way more faith in whatever you believe in. So yeah, Green Tara, start delegating. It says, ask others to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. You could be asking the universe. It doesn't have to be like a person that you're asking. But yeah. So let's go ahead and pull one last card from this deck. It literally flipped back out. But with a second card behind it. And I feel like this card wants to come out too. So Artemis, Guardian, spot on. Spot on is what I'm getting. Butterfly Maiden, transformation. Wow. Honestly, I feel like pulling clarifiers on all three of these. But let's read them first. Artemis, Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. I know it's too blurry on my webcam. Sorry about that. And then Butterfly Maiden Transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Wow. Okay, time to clarify these. I'm getting the 10 of Cups. It like literally flew out. So, some of you might not feel so happy, you know? You might be feeling the opposite, to be honest. This is a collective, so some of you might be feeling really great right now. Others of you might not be feeling so great. Be feeling like everything's coming together. Some of you might be feeling like everything's falling apart. And maybe all of us feel kind of a bit of both. Maybe the ratio is different for everyone. But there's something that to be happy for. And I'm sure there's, as we know with this world, there's plenty of things that can be painful. But if there are things you need to be happy, it's okay to ask. Ask whoever that you feel like asking. Ask the universe. You know? You don't need to do this alone. You're not alone. There's someone out there that would be more than willing to help you. Simply if you ask. Artemis, Guardian, you and your loved ones are safe, spiritually protected. Then we've got the Lovers with this card that's talking about your loved ones being safe and protected. So that's really interesting. Which is saying some of you might be in like a third-party situation, or there's you don't know who it is to like choose when it comes to your love life, or you don't know like who it is you're coming together with, or you're worried about making the wrong choice, or like what if you give this person a chance but they're not the one and the other person was that you would have met a little bit later if you just waited. Whatever it is, it's like, no, like whoever is on your mind right now, just if you're to just be completely honest with yourself about if you were to choose the love of your life right now, who is it? It's okay to choose that person, and it's okay to trust that everyone else is going to be a-okay, that everyone else that you also love, other people that you may have had a potential future with, they'll be okay. They are safe and protected. So here's a hypothetical situation. Let's say you just went through a breakup. You just got out of a serious relationship and there's someone new on the horizon. But you're afraid that if you go enter a new relationship with this new person on the horizon, that your ex, who you know probably is going to change their mind any minute, or maybe they won't, but maybe they, like, whatever it is, like, you're worried, what about them? What if they regret it and they wish they could be with me after it's too late and I'm with this person, you know? This is spirit saying, like, they are going to be okay. They are being protected. If you love that person still and everything, all the people that you've loved on your journey, they're all being guided in some way or another. Your energy left a positive impact, whether or not there's also a lot of like pain and hurt that's happened along the way as well. Ultimately, you know who you are. You know what your true intentions were from the beginning, and those are going to end up shining through some way or another. The universe is going to help these people. So literally, like, as a bit of an exercise for everyone, just take a deep breath in. And ask yourself, what do you want right now? Do you want a relationship right now? Some of you, you might have a hard time and you're saying, I don't know. That's okay. then maybe right now is about just taking some time for yourself. But I feel like a lot of you do know. A lot of you are like, I do really want that relationship. I do really want that like partner that is like a true match to my energy and that I'm just truly happy with. I don't want another partnership where I'm unhappy most of the time. I want something that's real, tangible, like that there's real joy every moment, you know? So now be honest with yourself. If there's someone that comes to mind that just makes you happy, that you just love, you just you don't feel anything like I don't know, like untrustworthy, I guess. You just trust the energy. You just like if you were to say off the top of your head who you love and who that person is, it's like I'm just kind of getting this message. It's like it's just that's who it is. I don't know. And that it also doesn't have to be just one person. That it's okay to know that and to know that even if you're not with that specific person, that energy is universal. There are lots of people. You can still meet someone new on the horizon, you know? While also knowing you love someone else. Now, in terms of making it work with somebody, that's difficult to like figure that out, but it's like just knowing that you just know you want to be happy and you just genuinely deserve to be with someone. Like, I don't know. I hope that all makes sense. So let's clarify transformation and then also the fact that the world card is on the back. So it's like you've gained all sorts of clarity and knowledge. Pretty soon you're going to know what you want. You're going through this transformation, right? We've got the Queen of Pentacles. And it's just happening right where you are. The Judgment card. And I feel like it's just bringing you this energy where you're going to know exactly what to do. Even if exactly what to do is to just go forward on your journey, not rushing it, letting the journey unfold naturally, slow and steady. So, yeah. You're going through this major transformation where you are finding this way to feel happy from within and to see happiness from around you as well. So, that's what I have for you. I hope that made sense. I hope you enjoyed that reading and that this was a good one for you. Thank you all for listening. I will be back soon with another reading. Sending lots of love to everyone. Take care.